Chapter 12. Experience of the Self at 3 stages: experience, awareness, and conviction.
What happens during experience of the soul?
The experience of the soul is the destruction of the experience that I am the body. When the experience of I am this body goes, new karma cease to bind you. What more could you want? We can understand what Chandulal was previously and what is he now. That difference is due to what? It is due to the experience of the soul. Previously, there was the experience of I am this body. Now, there is the experience of the soul. Conviction means that your entire belief has changed 100%, and that I am definitely Shuddhatma has become an established fact. Whereas the established faith of I am Shuddhatma can also break. Conviction will never break. Faith can turn around, it can change, but conviction will not change. Conviction means, say we take a stick and bury it halfway in the ground. Now if a lot of pressure is applied to the stick, it may flex and bend a little, but it will not leave its location. The conviction of I am Shuddhatma will never go away. Experience, awareness, and conviction, Anubhav, Lakshya, and Pratiti, respectively, will be there. Conviction will stay forever. Awareness, Lakshya, will stay for some time. If we get busy in our work of business, we'll lose our awareness, Lakshya. And as we become free from work, the awareness will return. And the experience, Anubhav, occurs when we are free from work. We have withdrawn from everything and we are sitting alone. Then we can get the taste of experience. Nonetheless, the experience will keep on increasing. Experience, awareness, and conviction. Conviction, Pratiti, is the foundation pole. After it is established, awareness, Lakshya will arise. Then I am Shuddhatma will constantly prevail in your awareness, Lakshya. Then whenever there is a little respite and you remain in the knower-seer, Gnata Drashta for a little while, that is the experience, Anubhav.
Chapter 13. The importance of direct satsang. Satsang is necessary to resolve questions.
Through this Akram Vignan, you too have attained the experience of the self. You have attained the self naturally, and therefore it will benefit you and you will progress further. You have to understand it through having as much acquaintance as possible with a Gnani Purush. One has to understand this Gnan very profoundly. This is because this Gnan has been given only within an hour. How magnanimous this Gnan is! The Gnan, which cannot occur in a million years, happens in 1 hour. However, one gets the basic Gnan, and then one has to understand in detail. To understand this in detail, you come and sit with me and ask all the questions. Then I can explain it to you. That is why we are saying that it is extremely necessary to have company of those who promote the attainment of the self, satsang. As you go on asking questions, answers will unfold within. If it bothers you, then you should ask.
Note: the direct, live satsang with a Gnani Purush is most valuable. In the physical absence of the Gnani Purush Dadashri, the Atmagnani, who has been graced by him and conducts the Gnan Vidhi, current Atmagnani Pujya Deepak Bhai, his company has the same importance in the progress from self-realization, Atmagnan, to the absolute state of the self, Paramatma. When this is not possible, the science can be understood in local satsang gatherings, reading Dadashri's books, and watching videos of Akram Vignan satsangs. It is necessary to sprinkle the water after sowing the seed.
Even after taking Gnan, to bring forth and hold the idea that I am Shuddhatma, pure soul, appears a little difficult.
No, you do not have to recall and hold. It will come by itself. So what do you have to do for that? You have to come back and forth to me. the water of satsang that nourishes the seed of knowledge, that I am pure soul, would not be sprinkled because of not remaining in touch with a Gnani Purush. That is why all this becomes difficult. What can happen to your business if you do not pay attention?
It will go down.
Yes, this is also like that. You took Gnan, so now you have to nurture the seeding that has grown with water of satsang, and then the plant will grow. If a planted sapling is small, then you have to water it. So we would water it a little in a month or 2 months.
We do spray water at home on our own.
No, if you water at home, then it will not work that way. Will it work? The Gnani Purush has arrived in your vicinity and you have no value at all? Did you go to school or not? How many years had you gone to school?
10 years.
Then what did you learn in the school? Language. You spent 10 years to learn this English, and I am asking you to spend only 6 months with me. If you travel tag along 6 months after me, then you can accomplish your work.
Firm resolve can break the obstruction.
The programs for my worldly relative work have been decided. So it is difficult to come here to satsang.
If your inner intent is strong, then the other will break. You just have to see whether your intent is strong or weak inside. You have to remain knower-seer, gnata drashta of that.
The guarantee of profit in the worldly life through satsang.
All businessmen who come here, if they go to the shop an hour late, then they can lose 500 to 1,000 rupees. So I said, you will not lose as much for the time you spend here. And if you will stop for half an hour at the shop in the middle of the way, then you will lose. If you come here, then it is my responsibility. This is because I do not have any interaction of give and take in this satsang. You have come here for yourself, Atma only. That is why I am telling everybody that if you will come here, then you will not lose anything in any way.
Out of world wonders of Dada's satsang.
If the effects of unfolding of karma, Uday, come very heavy, then you should understand that this unfolding of karma is difficult. Therefore, remain in peace and calm. When the unfolding of karma is very difficult and heavy, try to cool it down by remaining in satsang only. Such things go on. There is no telling what kind of karma will unfold.
What is the way to increased awakened awareness, Jagruti?
It is just that you have to remain in satsang.
When someone sits with you for 6 months, then overt, sthul, changes happen within him. Then subtle, sukshma, changes happen. Is that what you are saying?
Yes, changes will continue to happen just by sitting here. Therefore, one should attain this familiarity, parichay, with a Gnani Purush. 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours. You get benefit as many hours as you credit in satsang. People take up the understanding that after attaining Gnan, they do not have any work left to do. But the change, increased awakened awareness, has not happened at all.
Remain in vicinity of the Gnani.
What self-interest should Mahatmas, those who have attained self-realization through Gnanvidhi, keep for attaining the absolute state?
As much as possible, one should spend his life with Dada. That is the only self-interest. Anywhere, day or night, but one needs to stay near Dada only. One should stay in the vicinity of Dada. Here the load of your karma lightens as you sit in the satsang. And elsewhere, the load gets heavier and there is nothing but endless entanglement. We give you absolute assurance that whatever time you spend here in satsang, during that time you will not encounter any loss in your business. And if you analyze the results, you will find that in the final outcome you will have made a profit. Is this any ordinary satsang? How can any person who spends his time only for the self incur any loss? There is nothing but profit for him. One will benefit only if he understands this. Your time will never be spent in vain when you sit in this satsang. This time that has come is wonderful. When Lord Mahavir was living, people had to walk all the way to the Lord's satsang, whereas today we have buses, cars and trains, and you are able to reach the satsang right away.
Direct satsang is the best of all.
When you sit here, then even if you do not do anything, the changes will continue to happen within. Because this is satsang. Sat means eternal, the self, and sang means company. This, the Gnani Purush, is the manifest Sat. So if you sit in the company of this Sat, then it is considered the ultimate satsang. By remaining in satsang, it will all empty out. Because by remaining with us, by seeing us, you will attain direct energies from us. And so your awareness, Jagruti, will increase tremendously. You should try to remain in satsang. If you are absorbed with this satsang, then your work is done. What does it mean to accomplish your work? Try to do darshan as much as possible. Get the benefit of being in live presence in the satsang, where you can see him directly as much as possible. If it does not happen, then be remorseful for it. You should do the darshan of the Gnani Purush and remain seated in his company.
Chapter 14. Importance of reading Dada's books and magazines. Aptavani, how functional.
These words are of the Gnani Purush, and they are fresh. Its phases, paryay, are current, and therefore all your phases change as you read it. And bliss, Anand, continues to express. Some can even attain the right vision, samkit, in this way. This is because this speech is the speech of the Vitrag, the one who is free from all attachments. Speech is only worthy if it is without attachment or abhorrence, and not otherwise. The speech of the Lord was without attachment and abhorrence, and its effects is still going on. Therefore, even the speech of the Gnani Purush is effective. For liberation, there is no solution without the speech of a Vitrag.
When one does not get direct satsang.
Dadaji, when I cannot stay in close live contact or live satsang, then how much will books of Dada help?
Everything will help. This entire material here, all things of Dada, those are Dada's words. It is Dada's intent, so everything will help.
But there is a difference between familiarity of live satsang, parichay, and this, isn't it?
If you try to evaluate the difference, then there is difference in everything. Therefore, we have to do whatever presents at whatever time. What can you do when Dada is not here? You should read Dada's book. Dada is verily there in book, isn't he? Otherwise, the moment you close your eyes, you will see Dada.